Hi, I'm Tim, the Cheap 3D Printer. Today we have this box from Alien3D. It's their subscription box. It's a box that has sample filaments in it. I've never opened one before. I've never looked at one. They were gracious enough to send one to me as a review box, and so we're going to open it. We're going to see what's in it. We're going to print with the filaments. We're going to show you what the filaments look like printed, and see what's all in this box. So let's get started. They ship this box inside a priority mail envelope, so it should be fairly easy to open, like that. And the UFO box, I guess that's what it's called, UFO box. Nice box, really nice packaging here. Really impressed with that. I love the green and black. That is so cool. Really nice box to start out with. Let's see what's inside. I love that I don't have to cut any tape or anything with this. That's awesome. All right, so Alien3D.US, September 2018 UFO classified. Unidentified filament objects. Materials contained within are for your eyes only. Proceed with extreme caution. Not responsible for probing or assimilation resulting from the use of items within. You have been warned. All right, we have been warned. Be sure to share your makes and feedback on Twitter using the tag #UFO invasion is here. www.alien3d.us. Okay. Wow. So Josh from Alien3D is saying that he may be able to do this thing full time starting in October. That's amazing because this company is, just brand new. So the fact that he can do this full time right away is absolutely amazing. So, they've got an accessory, I think, in here too. Let's see what's in here. Let's see what we got. This is a nice brochure that he put together, and let's see what we got. All right, so we have some Polymaker yellow Polylite PLA. This looks like it's going to be some good stuff. 90 to 230 C on the hot end, and 0 to 50 C on the bed. This is very cool. I've never had any Polymaker, so this should be good. Mystery PLA. I think he said something about that in here. Mystery PLA. Let's see what it said here. Bonus sample filament. 20 meters of random colors of mystery PLA. Extrusion temperatures 180 to 210. Bed temperature 0 to 50 C. So that's what this is. And this looks like it's a dark blue, almost a purplish color. So that's that ought to be fun to print with. Something that comes on its own miniature spool. This is very cool. Ziltech 12% wood fill PLA. So this is a wood fill PLA, and comes on its own little filament spool, which I may print with this first, and then use this spool for the rest of these filaments. So that I think might be kind of cool. I've not had much success with wood fill PLA. I get a lot of clogs and stuff, but I'm going to certainly try this. We're going to see what we get, see if we can get anything out of it. All right. Maker Geek's red or blue crystal Raptor HT PLA. Okay, so this is their HT PLA, their Raptor PLA. I was a Maker Geek's subscriber to their Maker Box. You can see my previous video on that and why I quit their Maker Box, but we will print with this. I actually have some of their crystal blue in their regular PLA. This is their Raptor PLA. So here's the tag for that. You can see that. All right, next box. Next one. Matter Hackers Green Build Series PLA. I've not printed with Matter Hackers either before. 180 to 210 C, 0 to 50 on the heat bed. So this is a nice green. I like that green. That's really nice. All right, we got lots of stuff in here. What do we got here? We have looks like a clock mechanism. Looks like the bonus project. Okay, clock parts in the UFO. Okay, so we can build a clock out of the parts that they sent. So this is the mechanism here. Here is one of the hands. The connectors and everything there. We get a little, I'm assuming this is glow-in-the-dark based on the look of it. A little glow-in-the-dark alien. This guy would be pretty cool. I'll put him up on my wall, or up on my shelf up there. Sticker from Philabot. Man, there's a lot of goodies in here. Oh, this is something, man, this is something I'm really looking forward to. I have not tried Magigoo. I've heard lots of good things about Magigoo. I've heard Joe, the 3D Maker noob, is like their evangelist. He sends out samples all the time. So there's Magigoo. We got a gummy mini burger, and this whole box was in my van for a little while, so these might be a little soft. Gummy burger, another gummy fruity burger here, a fruity pizza. I'm gonna try these out, see how they go. And this is another thing that I'm kind of looking forward to. When I opened up the box, I didn't know this was going to be in there. This is really cool, PTFE tube cutter. So that's a very nice addition to this. This is a really nice box. This is really fabulous. Alien3D sticker, I'll put that up somewhere. We got lots of stickers here. Capricorn tubing sticker. I actually have a Capricorn tubing sticker over on my Tronxy X5S because I'm using Capricorn tubing on there. We have a iPrint with glitter, protopasta.com sticker. We have a 3D Fuel sticker. We have a Chris's Basement sticker. I watch Chris. If you don't watch Chris on Chris's Basement, you should watch his videos. He's he's got a great channel. Build Tack sticker. Can't see that, but it does say Build Tech in there because it's white on white. And what is this here? Tired of blue tape? Why not try Build Tech? Oh, this is a okay. This is kind of an advertisement for Build Tech. Works great with ABS, PLA, and more. Excellent print adhesion and prevents warping. Replaces blue tape, polyamide films, and pre-treatments such as hairspray and acetone slurry. Heat resistant. Okay, so and then it also advertises their spatula on the back. And then, oh, down here at the bottom is the other hand for the clock. And then we got a pen from Philabot. So, lots of good stuff in here. I'm really looking forward to it. We got 5 filaments here to print with. And I'm not quite sure what we're going to print yet. But when I come back, we will have some prints to show you what we got in the Alien3D, the UFO box. So, we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so it's been a few days since we got the UFO box. I'll turn it around so you can actually read it. UFO box in from Alien3D. We've done some printing. We've done some messing up. We've done some cool stuff. Let's just see what we printed and how things turned out. I want to start out with the wood filament. You can see actually here, I still have quite a bit of wood filament actually left. I'm going to be able to print some more things, but I wanted to show you what I printed so far. And let me dig that bag out of here. So what I decided to do for these prints was to print my maker coin and then print a benchy and then something else. So I actually ended up printing my maker coin twice because my maker coin has some very thin lines in it, and the first print I forgot to put in print thin walls on Cura. So you can see here it's missing a bunch of stuff. So I printed another one, and you can see that it is all there and printed well. This stuff printed amazing. This is the Ziltech 12% wood fill PLA. Prints from 180 to 210, bed 0 to 50C. I printed it at 210. And this stuff prints amazing. I've printed with some other wood fill in the past. I've printed with some Tianci wood fill, and man, it clogged like crazy. I was constantly getting clogs. So this stuff printed very well, and I don't know if you'll be able to see. I mean, the layer lines are just, they're precise, they're good. The extrusion is nice. It printed out well. A little bit of stringing in between the gaps here, but those are some really fine gaps, and it really did a fantastic job with this wood fill. So then I printed a benchy. This benchy came out well. A little bit of stringing in there. You can see just a little bit. I probably need to adjust my retraction settings just a tiny bit. But this Benchy turned out really well. Definitely a little bit of variations in here. But yeah, this thing turned out really well. I'm really impressed. The overhang, just the slightest bit of sag on there. Everything just, I mean, it turned out really well. The top ended up very nice. Let's get it back here, see if I can get this thing to focus. So yeah, this thing did a great job. And then I decided to print out one of the 3D printing professor's low poly dinos. This is the sloth, the ground sloth. I thought a brown wood fill sloth might be kind of cool, so I printed out this this sloth, and he turned out really well, really nice. Really happy with how he turned out. He really doesn't have much in the way of stringing issues that I can see. He just turned out really, really nice. So he will go with the rest of my low poly dinos that I have from the 3D printing professor. So that's the wood fill. In my opinion, I would buy this Ziltech wood fill. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about replacing my wood fill, basically the one roll that I've got, and just kind of chucking it and going with this Ziltech because it printed so nicely. Very happy with that. Then we have some Matter Hackers Green Build Series PLA, and again printed my my maker coin. It turned out well. Again, you know, the retraction settings in there need to be adjusted a little bit, but again, those are really, really, really small gaps. So it did a fantastic job on this. The layers are great. It looks like the consistency is pretty good. I actually, you know, it could be the texture of the wood fill, but I think the wood fill actually did a little better than the Build Series PLA, but it did well. It's a nice print, and not a problem with that. Then I printed a couple benchies. The first one that I printed, for some reason I ended up with a nozzle clog, and well, you can see what happened there. But the second one printed just fine and printed very nicely, and I did print this at all these prints are basically at 210 except for the Maker Geeks filament is printed hotter because I know that it has to, because I've used Maker Geeks before. So again, a little bit of stringing in there, not much. This has a little less stringing than what the wood fill, which is pretty typical for wood fill. Wood fill is a little bit more stringy. This turned out really nice. This Benchy turned out really nice, and yeah, really happy with how it turned out. So not a problem there. Then I tried to print, thought I had enough filament to print 3D fill, and well, I didn't. Ran out of filament. And then when I went to take him off the build plate, I pulled too hard and broke his legs. I should have knocked him off from the bottom, and I ended up breaking his legs. So really disappointing. I've been wanting to print a 3D fill for a long time, but this is actually the first Matter Hackers filament that I have. And not that I couldn't print him in a different brand of filament, but it just seemed weird to print the mascot for Matter Hackers in a filament that wasn't Matter Hackers filament. So it just seemed weird to me. So that's my incomplete 3D fill and broken 3D fill. Then we had the Maker Geeks red or blue Crystal Raptor HTPLA. Now, their Crystal series is supposed to be a translucent filament. I've gotten some of their Crystal series PLA in the past, and it has been translucent filament. I have a roll of the Crystal series non-Raptor, just the Crystal series blue filament, and it's just like this. It is not translucent, not at all. There is, I mean, maybe slightly, if you hold it up to the window and you look through, you can sort of see through better than you can like the Matter Hackers, but not even much better. I mean, it's not translucent like they say it's translucent. I mean, you can't see into. You should be able to see into the infill in that, and you can't. There's nothing translucent about it. I printed this at 235 Celsius. It says 210 to 230. I know from printing with Maker Geeks that you've got to print hot in order for it to print. I've had luck with some at 225, but 235 seems to be a good amount. So there's the coin. It's pretty good. It turned out well. And the coin turned out well. Benchy turned out well. No problem with Benchy either. He turned out quite nicely. Not really any problems with Mr. Benchy here either. A little bit of stringing in there. His overhang here. Just the slightest bit of sag, but not much. Yeah, he turned out very nicely. Then I decided to try to print a Stegosaurus, low poly Stegosaurus, and this is where I started to have some problems. And I've had this problem with Maker Geeks in the past. This is one of the reasons why I no longer buy from Maker Geeks. It's one of the reasons why I stopped getting even their Geek Box. I'll post a video up here that will show you or tell you the reasons why I stopped getting the Maker Geeks 3D Geek Box. But it had a clog. It clogged partway through the print and failed to complete. And so that was that one. So I decided to print a smaller one and print another one, make sure I had enough filament left over, and I did get a completed one this time, smaller, but he did complete a little bit of stringing up here. Again, retraction settings need to be just bumped up just a little bit, but he turned out nicely. Not a problem with his print at all. I did have about this much filament left over after printing those things, and so that was Maker Geeks. Now Polymaker yellow Polylite PLA says it's 190 to 230. We did get a notice from Alien3D saying that they put the wrong temperatures on there. I printed all this at 210 and didn't really have any problem. Their Maker coin here. This autofocus does not like this yellow, that's for sure. Let's put my fingers up there so it'll focus on my fingers. It turned out well. Now this is a little more translucent than what the Maker Geek stuff is. So this turned out well, nicely. Looks like the layers are nice and consistent, which means the filament diameter is probably very consistent. It turned out very well. I like it. First time I've printed with Polymaker filament. So next I printed the Benchy. Try to get him out of here. He turned out very well. No problems at all with Mr. Benchy. His overhang looks really good. Actually, maybe the best out of all of them. Not really any sag at all to speak of in there. And not really any stringing. The stringing is very minimal in this one. So he turned out quite nicely. The consistency on the hull is probably the most consistent out of all of them that I printed in the way of the layer lines. So he turned out very well. Then I tried to print another low poly dino. I don't remember what the name of this one is, but you can see he's missing a leg. I don't know if you can see that or not, but he's missing a leg. And I tried to print this dinosaur 4 times, I think. And every time, that leg kept knocking off. So it would get right past there, that leg would come off the build plate, I'd stop the print, I'd clean the build plate, start it again. The build plate is, I mean, I printed everything else and never had any adhesion problems on the build plate. So I don't know what was going on with why that particular spot wouldn't stay. It is a very small area. You can see on this other one that it's just a small area that it's printing on, and it knocked it off every time. So when this one got further along in the print, I said, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to let it print. He'll just be a 3-legged. He'll be tripod dino instead. And he turned out well. Stringing, though, bad up here. Almost can make fabric out of it. It's stringing so bad. So that one turned out very well, very nicely, no problems except for the leg knocking off. But other than that, the layers look good. Yeah, it turned out very well. Again, printed at 200 degrees, and this is how much I have left over. I have enough left over to do something else with. I will be getting a palette 2 coming. I may put some of these things in the palette 2 and just print something cool, letting it pick up these filaments and just keep going. Then there was the mystery filament. Didn't say what brand it was, it just said it's a mystery filament. And I'll tell you, out of all these filaments, I know that he said, Alien3D said that this was a filament that is discontinued, which is unfortunate because this stuff is absolutely beautiful. It's a blue. I printed this at 210 again, and you can see here's the maker coin here. This deep blue is just absolutely gorgeous. It printed so consistently, just absolutely amazing at how beautiful this stuff is. I love it. Benchy here, printed just fantastic. Just the lightest bit of stringing in there. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And he's beautiful. Just a beautiful Benchy. This filament is just absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could get a roll of this stuff. And then I am really bad at estimating, apparently. Very, very bad at estimating. And like 3D Phil, I didn't have enough filament to complete this one. So this is another low poly dino from the 3D printing professor. And I got most of it, just not his head. And this is, I mean, I wish I could have gotten the head on this because this print is just, it's amazing. I mean, it really is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful print, very consistent layers, absolutely gorgeous. No problems at all with this print, and I love it. So maybe I'll still put this in my collection. It will be the beheaded dinosaur. So that's all all the filament that was in there. There's some projects that come with it. In my opinion, the UFO box from Alien3D is definitely worth it. You get at least four sample filaments. This time they threw in a fifth one that was a mystery filament. You get tools. We got that tubing cutter that was from Capricorn Tubing. That's amazing. Hopefully they continue to release tools and stuff in it. You get all this cool swag. You get some candy. You get a project. You know, we got this clock project for this time. And it's definitely worth it if you want to check it out. I know I'll be subscribing. This was a test box or a review box for me to look at. I'll be subscribing and getting myself a UFO box to come. So if you like what we're doing, please click subscribe below. Click the like button, the thumbs up button down there, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what filament you like the best out of these. I would love to know what you thought looked the best. And with that, we'll see you next time. Keep printing and keep printing cheap.